Alright, so one thing I didn't take apart when I did the disassembly video for the Nova, this is the reg. This is the internal reg. Inside of this is very similar to the external reg on the supernovas, the supernova ETs, the Nova 700s with the bottom line reg. They're all the same. Internally, they are the same. So far, what I've seen is there's a couple different versions of the spring pack, and some different lengths of the reg pin, but they are all generally the same. Whatever came in yours, keep it in yours. It's just the way they are. They made a lot of changes when they did the different versions of the Novas. So what I'm going to show you is what was in this Nova 700 vert feed that I took apart. I went ahead and already took the spring clip out, or the C-clip, or whatever you want to call it. And I use the clip pliers, and what you do is you put it in these two holes, and you squeeze it, and you pull it out. Well, sometimes it takes a couple tries, but the number one tip I'll tell you is to back your velocity adjuster out until your velocity adjuster moves freely. That way you have some room to get the clip out, and you're not fighting the pressure of the spring inside the regulator. So now what you're going to do is you take the clip off, set it aside, you take your adjuster out, and you'll see it's just a screw. Some of these have a washer, like this one, and some of them have a, it looks like a top hat that fits inside the spring and sits on top. They do the same thing. Okay, then you pull the spring out, and some of the springs are different. Some have beveled washers, so watch out for that. Make sure that you put them in the correct way. Inside of this is, let's see if I can get this out. This is your reg piston. This O-ring, make sure this O-ring is clean and lightly lubed. This one is. Inside of there, you have your reg pin, and I think it's the reg or the whatever the brass piece is. I can't remember off the top of my head. But you just dump the spring out, or the pin out. Make sure you don't lose the pin. The lengths are different on several of them. Okay, now it's kind of deceiving because it's in this hole, but it's got a slot, it looks like, for a screwdriver. Don't use a screwdriver. Trust me, do not use a screwdriver. It has a hex head, and it is a 1/2 inch, if I can get it off. Yeah. It's a 1/2 inch, and you have to use a deep well socket, and you pull that out. Here's what you have inside. Okay, so you have your reg seat, which is urethane 90 durometer, a spring. This piece, do not mess this piece up. This should be flat, and the seat's on the reg seat every time the gun is fired. So it's very important that this piece stay flat, because I know they're not going to make any more of these anytime soon. This O-ring, I believe, is a 009 or 010, and I also have that, I think, in the O-ring kit. And so to put this back together, we'll just do this one real quick. Drop the spring in there, make sure it fits in the hole. Drop the reg seat. Now the reg seat, I normally, I have these, and I can put these in the O-ring kits as well. The only reason I don't is I was trying to keep the cost down as much as I could for the kits. Some people still have good reg seats, but I can provide those if you like. Now for this one. what I do is I put it in the socket first and quickly dump it as fast as I can to the middle. And you just kind of chase it around until it starts to thread. Sometimes, since it's got the hole in the middle, sometimes you have to help it out. Sometimes I'll put it down there and then get it lined up with an Allen key and then put my socket. Doesn't really matter how you do it, as long as it gets done. And tighten it up. It doesn't have to be super tight. Now these little boogers. Putting this pin is a pain. What I finally do is, after rebuilding too many Novas, I take a pair of needle nose pliers. I've tried magnets, I've tried all kinds of stuff, and it all works. It just depends on your patience. So now you see what we have. The pin's still in. Oh, dang it. So the spring is in the right place, the reg seat's in the right place. The pin pushes on the reg seat and it moves freely. So now we'll put the piston in, the spring in, the washer in, the adjuster, which I'm going to clean off. And now you see how this moves freely. And now you put your C-clip in. And you just pinch it. You just pinch it with the pliers. Squeeze it and push it in. Now, if you push it past it, what I do is I increase the velocity and it'll pull the C-clip back out. And that's the easy way. Now, I always turn the velocity all the way down so that it's free to push the velocity adjuster before I air the gun up. That's so that I don't overpressurize anything. That's so I don't, break any of my O-rings. Always do this, just for safety reasons. And that's it for the reg video. And I will post some more information to the Facebook page. It is Airstar Nova Enthusiasts on Facebook, and search us, shoot us a message or whatever if you have any questions. I'll be posting the videos. I'll be posting a manual, a lot of other information. So watch out for that.